Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back. It's Travis here with JT Wealth. And in today's video, we are going to talk all about AMC, the crazy 7% rally they had after being down so much this morning, and how the apes are not leaving. So let's get into it. All right, like I said, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please hit the big thumbs up button, give us a like, and consider subscribing to the channel as well. We are rapidly approaching that 100,000 subscriber mark, so we're getting really excited about that. Thank you so much for helping us get there. In today's video, like I said, we're going to talk all about AMC, and obviously the whole market was down significantly this morning, so there's no shock that AMC was also down. But hodlers and apes held on tight. Those diamond hands helped for over 7% rally on the day. We're also going to look at how many buys versus sell orders for AMC have been going on today, as well as look at today's current short interest rate and the increase from yesterday's short interest. Then we're going to talk about how AMC investors, mainly the retail folks, have seriously dug their heels in and are waiting this one out. These little ebbs and flows are not scaring the apes anymore. And lastly, trust me, you're gonna want to stick around for this at the end. I saved the best for last. We're gonna talk about how you guys, the retail traders, the retail investors, have so much control over AMC now. It's not even funny. The CEO of Amazon is making decisions based on you guys. And I'm gonna tell you exactly why that is in the last article in today's video. So let's get into it. All right, so here's just a bunch of stocks I pulled up on one screen today just to show you this morning. The whole market was down, guys. There is no real explanation behind it. It was just a little dip in the day. Everybody's a little turbulent, but hey, that was not how AMC ended the day. On Twitter, you had people coming out saying, hey, anybody who's panicking or worried or anxious about AMC, don't. The whole market is red, okay? He says, stop whining, go make a cup of coffee or something and just relax. And as you can tell, everything on that chart is almost red. So it was no big deal, just had to wait it out. And now this is my favorite picture of the day, guys. AMC's rally on Thursday, July 8th. That's today. So we were down, and then by the end of trading, we were up over 7%. And I think this picture basically speaks for itself. I found this one on Twitter, and that is our boy Bart Simpson speaking his truth. Apes not leaving. That is 100% the main focus of today's video. Speaking his truth, like I said, talking about how AMC is completely in control of this situation. The retail investors know what is at stake. They know what they stand to gain, and they are not going anywhere. Okay, showcasing that over 7% increase on the day, here's AMC's stock ticker showcasing the gain off of Google, and it was $48.24 when I took this picture. That's $3.18 up on the day. Definitely not a red day for AMC. All right, so now let's take a look at how many shares of AMC were purchased versus how many shares of AMC were sold today and get a better idea of where everybody still stands with AMC. And there you have it, guys. Everybody is saying stay bullish because AMC got almost twice as many buys compared to sells. That's 21,224 shares of AMC were purchased and only 11,146 shares of AMC were sold. Now, for anybody still tracking GME, and good on you if you are, they had 5 to 6 times more buys than sells today. So that is insane. And hopefully we're looking at not a lot of retail investors from AMC selling, but you have to assume in some case you've got some weak hands out there. Some people are definitely unloading shares. Hopefully not too many retail guys, but nonetheless, look at those numbers. They speak for themselves. The people out there are still excited about AMC, and they're going to be holding on for the long term. Every time we see these dips, we've got retail investors jumping in, buying the dip, which is a fantastic idea if you believe in the long-term short squeeze potential of AMC. Okay, so what about the short interest? What about it? Okay, so short interest based on percent of float is almost 30% of AMC shares. Okay, that is insane. So we're still looking at an exceedingly high volume for short interest on AMC as we push forward. This is the reason why the hedge funds aren't able to actually make up their short positions, guys. A, there's not enough stock out there for them to purchase, and B, they're just holding on for dear life because the retail investors are picking up all the dips. All right, we're getting towards the end. You know, it wouldn't be a JT Wealth video without showcasing some articles talking from actual analysts' opinions. So the first article I'm going to show you guys today came off FX Empire. Let's check it out. And the title here is AMC Investors Dig in Their Heels as the Stock Tumbles. Okay, and now we really don't need to get too far in the weeds on this one, but obviously the stock dipped, okay, below that $50 threshold, and retail investors said, yeah, so what? They kept their chins up. The vow to hold on and keep their dime in hands and push towards that short squeeze is untouched, okay? Nobody was afraid of this. And like we said, by the end of the day, they were back up to over $48 a share. Of note, it says that one widely followed analyst whose Twitter account is BAM Investor predicts that AMC will reach new all-time highs in August. And his followers are divided on whether or not to bet on it, with some preferring that he not reveal dates so as to not tip their hands to the short sellers. In the interim, AMC shares remain under pressure and have shed 8% today. Now that was at $12.44, okay? So obviously that is not the case anymore. It did shoot back up after that. Now further down in the article, it talks about the short interest on the rise. So while AMC's stock price has been headed lower, the short interest has seemingly been on the rise. So the security analysis firm Launch Capital illustrated in a live update that short interest in AMC has climbed 5% higher today alone and is rising. So check it out, 5.14% short interest change just on the day from today to yesterday at 7 a.m. Eastern time. So in 24 hours, that is your increase in short interest on AMC. And then they talk about the blame game, retail investors maintaining their holding and not selling under the pressure, continuing to blame the hedge funds for manipulating the stock and the markets as a whole. Now, on July 6th, the Joe Rogan Experience podcast brought attention to the meme stocks, including AMC, when they had co-host Adam Curry address stock price manipulation on the show. And he described how retail investors called hedge funds out for their shorted shares, particularly with GameStop and AMC, describing how sophisticated traders are now eating themselves and the game is over. All right, I told you it was at the end. Here we go. So the article I'm most excited about came from Quartz, and this says meme traders have full control over AMC. And we're going to get into what full control means right now. And as to not waste any more of your time, look at the third paragraph right there. Retail investors who led AMC's recovery in recent months hold more than 80% of the company's shares, dwarfing the stakes of institutional investors. Many of them are activist investors themselves who are organized on Reddit communities called subreddits. Okay, now obviously that is a huge deal, 80%. 80% of AMC's stock is held by retail investors. Now, it goes on to say in the top that money is finally running dry for AMC. Okay, we know that they wanted to go ahead and put out more shares, but hey, they didn't end up doing that, and they wanted to do it so they'd have more money to spend, right? Okay, now normally this isn't a big risk to ask to push out new shares. This is a very normal thing, especially if Wall Street agrees that the stock is overvalued, okay? But retail investors seldom have any say because institutional investors are often in control. Now we know, because we just talked about it, that's not the case here. Retail investors control AMC. So in the US, the 10 largest institutional investors, like hedge funds or endowments, make up 43% of the average public company's ownership. Retail investors' voting power is typically so diluted that it rarely factors into management decisions. But boom, there you have it. That's Adam Aron, the CEO of AMC, saying, I see you, I hear you, I value you. This is him saying it's no secret. I think shareholders should authorize the 25 million more AMC shares, but what you think is important to us. Many yes, many no. AMC does not want to proceed with such a split. So we're canceling the July vote on more shares and no more such requests in 2021. So that is a huge corporation saying, whoa, 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 80% of my stock shareholders don't want me to do this. But this time, 80% of the shareholders are you and me. It's the retail investors, guys. The apes are controlling the movement of a CEO in a huge, huge company. This is amazing. I can't remember the last time I heard of something so similar occurring. So that's it for today's video, guys. Just wanted to bring you the huge updates that I found on AMC today. If everybody was stressing out this morning, hopefully you held on, those diamond hands lasted, and you ended up making out fairly well after that rise in the stock price, right? But hey, if not, just buy back in. No worries. I'm just kidding. Obviously, this video is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not recommending you buy. I'm not recommending you sell any specific stock whatsoever. This information is just for information and entertainment purposes only. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for checking out the video. Please, again, give us a big thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. And until next time, bottoms up.